All right, so
Hi, guys.
what's up? Today we got Leah Bits here, and we are basically doing some work in the garden because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Obviously, we gotta feed some stuff, and stuff needs watering. Look at these pepper plants; they are in dire need of some H2O. I'm gonna have to turn on the water down here, and we have a few things to get rid of, like that big nasty plant in the back. We're gonna throw that out. Unfortunately, it didn't survive the last year. So yeah, man, always a pleasure to have you know who in the garden. So we're gonna get some work done, and you're gonna see how it looks after it's done. There you go.
I just like to start the day off from a good mood. That's slow.
We just got up, so we're pretty tired, but training and all that other good stuff keeps us up. So yeah, man, we're just here in the garden, got her water and everything, and I got some trimming to do. As you guys can see, I got way more pepper plants than I need, so we're gonna trim those up. I'm also going to clean up the garden a bit. Well overdue, but you know how it is when we're training and getting stuff done. Anyway, see you guys soon. All right, guys, we got my daughter behind the cam today. Yeah, cameraman work, but anyway, camera woman work. But we'll show you guys what I'm doing for today. Obviously, it's been a long summer and spring of training, and I've been neglecting my garden a little bit. We just got a bunch of the watering done, and just for the most part, we need to do a lot of trimming. Obviously, I experimented this year with planting numerous seeds in the same planter. This is the result of what you can see. Obviously, there's way more plants than I need. I've been giving them away, been selling them, and there's just too much. Now, obviously, this isn't going to do very well later on into the season because everything's going to triple and quadruple in growth, and there's going to be peppers everywhere. A lot of the stuff's not going to grow properly, and the nutrients are going to get used extra fast. So we're going to thin these plants out, throw out the scraps, clean up the garden, and just kind of give the garden a makeover, man. It's been long overdue. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut down the plants that I don't need, leave the best plants that we have here to keep growing, and trim from the bottom up. If I see any new pepper leaves or pepper flowers, I'm cutting those, and I'm basically gonna get rid of them because we don't want pepper production this early into the season. We want to let the plant grow up. You can see here I have an example of what I did to the Carolina Reaper, and this is basically the result. Also, I've been having a problem with these Japanese beetles eating every goddamn thing. So yeah, man, we're gonna trim these up, lighten them up, and let them continue growing on for the season. Right, I don't want these outside plants. I really want small little blunts on the outside. The biggest ones, those are doing the best. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm essentially looking for the weakest plants or the smallest ones, the ones with the thickest stems. I'm looking for the ones that are doing the best up top, and I'm kind of eliminating the smaller ones that are around the outside of the plant, trying to leave the inner part intact if I can. And I'm just tracing back to see which plants go where and trying to trim the right stem, because some of these I do want to keep, obviously, but some others are not doing as well. So you're just trimming out the ones that are just falling behind and keeping the ones that are doing really well. And hopefully we get some good peppers at the end of the day. We're gonna keep multiple plants per pot. And yeah, we're gonna see how it does. Now, as you can see here, I'm already thinning it out, and I'm leaving the ones with the best stems in the center to keep growing, right? So we obviously have way more plants than we need. Cool experiment, and this is a good way, if you guys have excess seeds every year, to just sprout more and give them out, man. You know how it is with gardening, share with your friends. So
Sharing is caring.
sharing is caring, right? And in any case, you got lots of fresh greens and good compost to use if you have a compost garden, right?
Or give it to the Japanese beetles.
Yeah, or
come
give it
for
to
your gardens.
Yeah, that's right. Let them have that stuff instead of having your actual garden. But Yeah, man, so we're gonna clean all this stuff up, and then we're gonna get to our herbs and vegetables. We're going to also feed the plants today because some of them are starting to get a little bit nitrogen deficient, as you can see here. This is when you can tell it's time to start feeding your plants, is when they start getting a little bit, you know, miscolored here. And as you can see, Japanese beetle. This is the predator here. This is the one beetle that's actually messing up most of the garden right now. These things are like just voraciously hungry. As you can see here, it's about to take a bite out of my basil, you know. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna deal with those guys another day. But anyways, thank you guys for sticking with us, and we'll show you what the garden looks like at the end. So what Aaliyah is doing is she's adding Gaia Green 444 mix, one of my favorite dry mixes, to our vegetables because they need to be fed. And yeah, she's just adding the powder. She's going to also water them in afterwards, after she's done mixing the soil, soil with the dry mix here. And yeah, man, Gaia Green 444, love that stuff. Highly recommend it if you guys don't like being in your garden every 2 seconds. Yeah, and that's how we're gonna do it, man. She's going to just till and loosen up that soil a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. That's some good ass technique. You think you gardened before, guy? You gardened before? Yeah, you did. You gardened a couple times now. Gotta learn how to grow your own food somehow. But as you can see here, all the stuff just got watered. That's why it's a bit droopy, and you know, we're feeding, so don't worry about that stuff, folks. All right, guys, as you can see, it's getting a little bit later in the day. We're about to lose the good light. We have thinned out our pepper plants, and we have put our new fertilizer in there. Half 444, half bloom, or half grow, half bloom from Gaia Green. We got Aaliyah putting in 1 scoop of each, getting it ready for the second half of summer and getting into fall. I've already trimmed a lot of the pre-flowers off of here, and any of the peppers that had growth coming up, I've already trimmed. Everything here is looking happy and tilled. She's already finished with this section. It is a bit flat, but that's because of the watering, so they'll pick back up as soon as they dry off. And yeah, man, about to get rid of that plant and do some more cleaning, but excellent work. She may be a gardener yet. I don't know. We're gonna find out. What do you think?
No.
Anyways, I'm just happy to have her in the garden, y'all. But yeah,